Hey guys, what's up? I got some requests recently to do some NU coverage, and with NU right around the corner, I figured now would be a better time to ever just get that started. I think I'll still cover more OU tiers than NU tiers, no doubt about that. But I do care about NUPL quite a bit, and now that I have my spring break for a week, and I'm also managing NUPL. No, no, sorry, managing CPL, so I'm not like, playing games every day. I do have more time again. The last couple days, like 3 days, I had to finish a couple projects for school before my break started, among other things. So I just kind of put a lot of hours into that, and plus I've just kind of been lazy. And when I've been free, my sister's been in the basement doing her own online classwork, so it hasn't entirely worked out. But now we're here. I'm gonna bring you guys finals of the NU startup tour between Davon and Lax. So Davon is on Alt Davon, of course, and Lax is on his Alt Tolstoy. So it looks like pretty cool. For those of you that are curious, Rhydon actually rise to RU via usage. It was probably the best rocker at the time of this video being the battle of happening, but this happened on the 25th of March. It's now April 5th. So yeah, we see two Toxstroke, not too shocking. Some interesting picks from Lax though. He's got Mariani, which is mini Tox picks, which you don't really see much in NU. I don't even know if it's that good PU, honestly. You also see Ninjask, which I view as kind of a meme tier pick, but maybe he sees it otherwise. I'm not sure. But overall, it looks like a pretty bulky offensive team. Sandaconda is a really good rocker. Ramp is a potent special attacker. Rotom Frost is great utility, pivot, offensive potential. And Toxstroke, honestly, I've been seeing more Scarf Toxstroke than not lately, but it has a ton of options it could do. Deacon Toxstroke, Davin has it as well, and the aforementioned Rhydon. And also, on top of that, he happens to have Rotom Frost, but he's got some different fillers. He's got Cursula, which is a new Pokemon that's pretty solid, as well as a Rapidash Galar, which personally I'm not as fond of as some other people are, but definitely is viable. And last but not least, Valley, which could be a number of types. I'm thinking water on this team, but we'll have to wait and see. So let's get into the battle. We're going to see the Curse lead on off here against the Rotom Frost, so it should be able to stand and stomach whatever it does to throw at it. It's going to eat that Volt Switch for 26%, and it's just going to let up rocks, which is smart. Now it's going to be scared out by the Drampa, though, and Drampa's just going to go for the Defog, which is smart. Curious to what the Rapidash can do here. It's going to go for a Psycho Cut, and it's only going to do 29% with a critical hit to the Sandaconda, so after leftovers, it's already near 80%, and it lays up its own rocks as it gets above 80% with that, but the opposing Rotom Frost is going to scare it out on a Defog, so yep, it's kind of trading Defogs here. And now we're going to see Davins be quicker and go for the Volt Switch as Crystal comes right back in here on a Blizzard. And that's going to do quite a bit. It's going to do 43%, leaving it quite low. And two of them are going to take it out. So that's an early lead for Lax. So Savai's going to reveal itself to be dark, and it's going to come out in here and go for the Swords Dance, which multi-attack's going to do a ton to this. In fact, it's going to do 79% on the Toxic, which does always hit since it's the Poison type. However, Flame Charge is not going to quite take it out. I'm not really sure about that Flame Charge, truth be told, but you can only take a Scald and return no haze. So all of a sudden, this looks like it's in a prime position to take out 2 or 3 kills, especially with that Psychic Fang for Toxstroke. Sandaconda's going to come in now, and it's actually going to bait in the Toxstroke. Yeah, okay. And that's going to do 74 there. So, and it's a Black Sludge Croak, so he's probably going to be scared of Priority Sucker Punch, yeah, which that coupled with Poison would easily take it out. So now, interesting, it's going to be a Life Orb. And they're both going to go for Knock there. Okay, this is cool. I'm not seeing Scarf, but seeing more alternative sets, which is always nice. And Davin's going to be quicker and get the knockoff to knock him out next time. Now Ninja's going to stand and go for a U-turn as Croak just stays in saying, I don't care, and goes for the knock there. And then Blizzard's going to no doubt take it out from that Rotom. So interesting there. Now we're going to see a multi-attack from the Savali, scared out the Rotom and the Sandaconda, and we're going to see two of them do 60% as Rock Slide takes it out. Honestly, I would have rocked there personally, but I think that's fine. Rotom Frost is now going to Blizzard into the opposing Rotom Frost for 28%. And then Lax is going to win the speed tie but miss as Davin also misses, unfortunate. And now Davin's going to miss and win the speed tie, and Lax is going to connect as he loses the speed tie. And finally, we're going to see another miss there from Lax, but Davin's going to connect after losing the speed tie and take it out, which is a pretty funny sequence. Now Ninja is in it. It looks like Lax is drunk dead to this Rotom, as U-turn does absolutely nothing there. Ninja looks pretty poor, honestly. Trample might be able to live one. Yeah, he's indeed able to live one. And Hyper Voice to take out the Rotom. But it looks kind of hard for him to beat not only this Rapidash, but also on top of that, the Rhydon, which is sitting in the back at full health. So it looks like Davin's going to take the first game as the Scarf Rapidash, which can do 75%, and then the itemless Acrobatics to 74 there. Gets the speed boost, takes it out. Okay, but there's no way in hell this beats Rhydon, even if it's like Endure reversal. Yeah, it's just gonna go for toxic. And that's gonna be pretty futile as Stunner's is gonna connect. That's gonna take it out without doubt, and that's gonna be a 1-0 lead for Davon there. So just going on to game two. We're gonna see some pretty interesting teams as well. Lax using a team that I'm not sure is the most serious. It's got triple electric with Pikachu. Wishy-Washy actually kind of is fringe viable. There's also Silvally, Togedemaru, which is a fantastic Scarfer, Sandaconda, some rocks, and last but not least, Rotom Frost, which you also see on David's team. So segueing into his team, actually a really interesting team there. Irongaru, I haven't seen a ton of him, and Malamar, which is a really underrated Pokemon in my eyes. Stunfisk, Galar is this rocker, which actually is really good in this tier. It's able to check things like Haunter, which is really hard to check otherwise. And then also there's a Garbodor and an Eldegoss, which is a great kind of pivot Pokemon with Spin and Sleep Powder and whatnot. So let's get into this game here. Um, Looks like Pikachu is probably walled by the Stunfisk, unfortunately. You see the Wishy-Washy lead off here. So it's going to be interesting to see what it can do right off the bat. And it's going to only do 15% with Eldegoss, to the Eldegoss with Skull, but it's going to get a burn as well. It's going to stay in and protect here, interestingly enough, on a Leech Seed. Yep, not shocking there. And now we're going to see Leech Seed again. This is going to go for the slow U-turn, doing 40%, which is some nice chip. As Pikachu is going to come on in here and bring in the Rotom Frost. Perhaps predicting a knockoff. So that's great. Now we're just going to see the Will-O-Wisp hit the Togedemaru. It looks like Davon's off to a great start now. We get that Togedemaru crippled. As Garbodor should also be able to, oh, well, come in. I was going to say maybe set up hazards on it, but alternatively it comes into Toxic. Oh, it's interestingly enough a supportive variant. So yeah, the Scarf Rotom maybe. We're going to see Toxic Spikes, which is really good if it's not a Silvally Poison. I don't think it is. So yeah, looking like a great start for Davon there. We're going to go for a knockoff here. Probably on a U-turn. So it's going to take out the Malamar, but I'm not really sure if he needed that too much. So the offensive nature of Lax's team, I don't know if we've got many opportunities, but we're going to see Rotom Frost. It's going to defog, but Orangaro is going to get an attack off now. It's going to connect with Focus Blast for 85%, which is huge. And it's going to proceed to shrug off the Volt Switch, bring in the Wishy-Washy, and that's going to have to take a Psychic for 31 and a drop. So the next one might have a chance to kill, and it does indeed kill as Orangaro is quicker. It's just going to be so normal, which isn't too shocking. We're going to see both rockers in, but Sandaconda is going to force out Stunfisk. Also worth noting that that Psychic actually needed a high roll to kill after the drop, so it's unfortunate for Lax. And then he's going to go for the flinch there. He's going to get a crit, but not the flinch, so Eldegoss is going to get the quicker spin off, the spin off to make it quicker. And that's going to force him to Togedemaru. Rotom Frost comes in to try and capitalize on that, however. But it's not really going to be able to because it's toxic, so Lax predicting that perhaps goes for Wish as Garbodor is indeed forced in. Now Rotom Frost comes in on a Toxic Spike, so there you go. Nicely done there by Lax. Just trying to get some leverage here. And we're going to see a quicker Will-O-Wisp there from the Rotom. Unfortunately, that's going to come at the expense of a critical hit and poison gunk shot, so it's going to leave it chipped. And now we're going to just see a Volt Switch here. Critical hit to Orangaro. And the Sublime's going to unfortunately come in and take a poison, as that brings in Stunfisk, which can likely check it for the long haul. And now Sandaconda's going to come on in. And it's going to get for an over-predicting Rock Slide, predicting Rotom Frost Traps, and unfortunately it's going to let Stunfisk set up rocks. Shedstein does shielding into Conda, but at what cost, you wonder, as in essence it procs its own, but the Regenerator Spinner Eldegoss comes on in. Rock Slide here, hopefully on a Leech Seed miss, so that's good for Lax, maybe gaining some progress, but still looking like it's going to be hard for him to break this, as he just regenerates out onto the Stunfisk, and Stunfisk could even take an Earthquake without doubt, as Rock Slide on does 3% there. But he goes right back to Eldegoss, predicting the Earthquake, and seeing as these heavy-duty boots, he's only going to take 16% plus burn there. Rock Slide again, trying flinching it, no flinch, and Leech Seed's going to connect this time around, so there you go. Sandaconda has been neutralized. Togedemaru is going to come in here, on a Giga Drain for 15%, so it's a little health as well. Now Stunfisk is going to be able to come back in on the Protect, and it looks as if he's going to be able to threaten him with an Earthquake. Sandaconda is going to come on in, and yeah, I just don't see a world in which Lax is going to be able to outlast his core, unfortunately. So yeah, it looks like a wrap here. Shedstein is going to activate, however, but it's looking like too little too late at this point in time. Leech Seed's going to again connect pretty much the same sequence we saw before. Perhaps Sandaconda can get recovered up pretty soon, but it's going to be hard regardless of that, just because Orangaro is also still fairly healthy and able to get in. And on top of that, the Garbodor is also fairly healthy and able to get in, so hazards are definitely possible to set up. Rotom Frost is going to be able to get a wish up on a gunk shot there, as the burnt gunk shot isn't going to do enough. However, defog is going to come at the expense of taking um, a free turn to Davon's side, letting him get in the Stunfisk. Sorry, I cannot talk right now for some reason. And the poison's going to rack up quite a bit. And now he's going to bait the Wisp on the Protect, but then Lax is going to make a really good play in Volt Switch into the Stunfisk, predicting that switch out. And the Rotom's going to come in. And the Pikachu's going to outrun the Rotom Frost and get a Surf off to kill it, which is honestly surprising. Now we're going to get a knockoff of the Heavy Duty Boots, but it's going to be on a Giga Drain. It's going to do 63% to the Pikachu, which is kind of hilarious, honestly, how much that did. That's going to force the Pikachu out. Bringing Togedemaru, or 60 Giga Drain there. You can take a lead sheet here. Yeah, because with it being burnt, it can't get toxic, so it's kind of safe to stay in now. With that said, of course, the Rotom Frost is going to barely cling on to any health. Um, hmm. Yeah, Lax saying that the poison on his Rotom is going to kill him, and yeah, it kind of does, honestly. He does have some nice natural built-in longevity to his team. However, I don't really know if he's able to really outlast this. This game's kind of drawing out here, so we'll wait and see. Of course, we're just going to see a lead sheet here in Eldegoss from Togedemaru. And Togedemaru, look, it's going to eventually use up a lot of Wish PP, and also it's consistently taking lead sheet and burn of its own. So, see, it's going to just pass this Wish here, and Savali is going to take that as it actually loses the Choice Scarf. Interesting set there from Lax. We haven't really seen that a ton. But it's only going to be able to U-turn to the Garbodor, and that's going to let the Pikachu in. But Pikachu's going to double out here into Savali, predicting the Eldegoss. But again, at what cost? It just goes for the Explosion, and that's into Stunfisk. And yeah, now it's looking pretty much over. Sandaconda will get in for free, but he's now down to Savali, and I don't really know if he could do much with the longevity of this core, so I'm going to move it to fast at this point. And Rock Slide is going to chip here, getting a couple of flinches against the Eldegoss, but Rapid Spin is inevitably going to come, and Giga Drain is quite a threat. It's actually going to do quite a number to Rotom, and with the Togedemaru left low, it's not going to be able to whiff past anything. So yeah, the longevity of Lax Team's kind of cut himself off. And Stunfisk is also going to get rocks up. Eldegoss should wall Pikachu. And I agree, Laxom got really unfortunate. I don't know if the crit mattered as much as the poison. Honestly, that poison on Rotom really cut his longevity there. That's unfortunate. And now it's just looking like a wrap. The Davon's going to walk away 2-0. Really unfortunate for Lax, who played a nice series, all things considered. But Davon used some cool teams and made some solid plays as well. So some cool on you. And I'm going to hopefully bring some more new stuff moving forward in the recent metagame. This is a little dated. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Peace.